Well, hello and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Roar, brah, smash, destroy Tokyo. Roar.
Ah, I like it. I dig it.
How's it going, man?
It's going. When I was a kid, I wanted to beat Godzilla, amongst other things.
That's what you wanted to be? Oh, no.
I thought it would be
You
fucking...
wanted atomic breath?
Well, no, be the guy in the rubber suit.
Oh.
Like, I don't think it'd be actually cool to be a
get
lizard that walks around and with atomic breath and shoots, like gets things shot at it. But to be a guy in a rubber suit that have things shot at him and get to trample through a paper mache city built for you to trample through, hell yes.
Paper mache. Days before, or years and many, many years before CGI, we had 70s, 60s, is it 70s or 60s? Godzilla.
Both. I mean, the first
Both?
Godzilla movie
Okay.
came out in 1954. Something
So
like
we
that.
had for over 60 years.
That's I think we're at 70 years.
We had 70 years of a guy in a rubber suit trampling over cardboard cities and little tiny trees and all sorts of that business.
RC tanks and whatnots shooting bottle rockets.
When is his birth? Like, when is it like Godzilla's birthday? Like, what is that?
Weirdly enough, Godzilla Day is in October, I think it was.
We just passed it.
Or
Okay.
early November. I don't remember. It's right around in there, and I don't know what the significance of the day is by any means. I have no godly idea.
The first day that Godzilla graced the screens of Japan and said, "Hey, look at the toil of our nuclear disaster." Hi, Ginger, how's it going? So we got to see that.
That's just what you said. The nuclear whatever you said. It made me laugh.
Oh yeah, because that's what it was. That's supposedly like the underlying message is the devastation of nuclear disaster and weaponry, right? Because then it can create a lizard monster that destroys your beloved capital city of Tokyo
Or other cities, yeah. But most of the time Tokyo.
or other cities. Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time Tokyo.
That one has the most tall buildings,
The most fun stuff to trample
the
on.
most stuff to knock things.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
So we're talking about Godzilla because I went and saw the new Godzilla flick in the theaters this weekend. I knocked shit over again. That's not what it's called. It's called Godzilla -1. It would be cool if we got a Godzilla film called Godzilla. He knocks shit over.
Well, I mean, the math part of Godzilla -1 doesn't make sense to me because this is like the 90th Godzilla movie. So why is it -1?
Don't know. And is it -1 or -1? No, it's -1.
I don't know. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah,
I think it is actually
It's an imaginary number.
I think it is titled -1, but
It is -1. Yeah.
I don't know because it's not that. I mean, that might be one of those things that it's a Japanese title that doesn't quite. The significance of it doesn't quite translate to English.
Here's the most important question: is does he look cool? Does Godzilla look amazing?
For an all CGI Godzilla, yes.
Are you disappointed it's not a dude in a suit?
Yes. I will always be disappointed. I always want a guy in a suit. I love...
Okay.
And we'll talk about it here in a second, but like all the different Godzillas out there, I love it all. I don't really like the Matthew Broderick version of Godzilla, but
Oh,
But
yeah, no, I'm with you.
there's
I don't know anyone who does really.
right, there's a couple people out there. Matthew Broderick's one of them.
No, probably. Yeah.
One of the last Godzilla films before Legendary got the license, the Japanese company Toho put out a movie called Final War, and in that one, Godzilla fights the most popular and a couple obscure kaiju, and he actually gets revenge on the American Godzilla at the time, the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Oh, no, okay.
And that picks him
Nice.
up.
Okay.
It charges the American Godzilla, which they named Zilla. Zilla
Zilla,
charges at Godzilla. Godzilla picks him up, throws him into the Australian Opera House, and then uses
the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah, that's it, the Sydney Opera House, and then hits it with the atomic breath, explodes the Opera House, and then cuts to the humanoid alien protagonist of the movie, who spits out the line, "I knew that tuna head was no good."
That is a tuna head. That's what they fed it in the 1999 film.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, they fed it tuna, and it yeah. Well, that sounds like a fun time. So you did see -1.
I did.
It was a $15 million budget, being number one. I don't know if it was the number one film this weekend, but it did make its money back and then some. People love Godzilla -1. All I've heard on the social medias is how much of a great movie -1 is, and I'm assuming. Well, I think you've already mentioned it, but I think you're agreeing with all the critics and all the
Oh yeah,
people who saw it.
I mean, I rarely am I going to agree with critics, but I think it's a great flick. And I was just telling you before we hit the record button that in 70 years of Godzilla films, this is the first Godzilla flick where I've given two shits about the humans or the humanoids. I mean, they're humans in this movie, but like they've been humanoids in other ones, or whatever. But like the human aspect to Godzilla is there just to like, so you as another human being have some sort of connection to the movie, I guess. Because otherwise, it's all about fighting kaiju. That's all I want to see.
I was going to say, maybe they'll stop making American-based Godzilla movies and they'll just stick with the Japanese versions.
No, I haven't looked up because I don't care enough, but I don't know what the agreement is right now between Legendary, the U.S. company Legendary, and Toho, the Japanese counterpart. Not counterpart,
right.
But the owners, the original owners of the Godzilla IP. I don't know what their agreement is. If, Toho puts one out, then Legendary gets to put one out, a year or so later. Because we just got the trailer, because that's one of the things on here. I just got the trailer for the new Godzilla versus Kong, or Godzilla with Kong.
No, it's not versus anymore. It's X.
Okay, Godzilla XKong, the Infinity War, because if you look really closely, it looks like Kong's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. Somebody pointed that out. That was, yeah. I guess I wasn't paying that close attention.
I saw it too. I was like, is Godzilla Thanos now? What the fuck? Not Godzilla.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Look, I saw the last one. It was fine. I enjoyed I only watched it for the fighting, for the monsters fighting.
I mean, that's what you watch it for. That's what, like I said, the human aspect is there just to keep the movie rolling. Otherwise, you just can't have a movie without dialogue and just Godzilla fighting things. I mean, you could, but the human element is what keeps.
But even the Japanese won't do it. Like the Japanese won't do it. They keep.
They what?
Well, they won't do it either. They make Godzilla movies with dialogue. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, even the original makers are like, put talking in our movie. None of this just running around beating up kaiju. You need talking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you need some sort of human element to keep the story going. Otherwise, it's just, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no investment for anything. It's like.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I was trying to think of something to compare it to, and I can't think of anything. But yeah, I think it was a great flick. I'd probably see it again. Not in a theater, but I'd probably see it again for sure.
In streams.
The Kong X Godzilla. I mean, whatever. But like
he's purple now.
Who is?
Godzilla.
I didn't really see that.
Yeah, Godzilla glows instead of glowing blue. He glows purple now.
Oh, okay. I mean that's fine. I don't. That's
okay.
In -1 before he hits his atomic breath, all the spines. There's spines on his back, but as he charges his atomic breath, the spines pop out of his back, extend. Out of his back. And what's kind of cool is that his atomic breath, instead of it being a stream of fire, it is more like an atomic it's more like an atomic blast. Where when it hits its target, mushroom cloud.
Wow. Advanced technology, advanced Godzilla.
Yeah. But the whole time, I'm watching it. The whole time I'm just like, man, I miss the old, 90s animatronic close-up face. They had a really good animatronic of Godzilla's head. Just to give you, detail when he's looking around for things and he could snarl and whatnot, move his eyes around. There's supposed to be an element of camp with some Godzilla, especially if you're going to team him up with King Kong. I mean, come on. I expect there to be a tag team battle in this next movie, like a wrestling ring. Jet Jaguar could be the ref.
Jeez. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? Let's make that happen.
Right.
But anyway, no. That I'm not looking forward to the new Empire, the King Kong Godzilla movie. It looks dumb. People keep pointing out the running at the end of the trailer that makes it look like, well, they are regular sized creatures. They don't have that lumbering, feel that makes them look monstrous and feel monstrous. It's just them like dashing towards the camera.
But I mean, to be the devil's advocate, in the last Kong versus Godzilla movie, I mean, they were pretty nimble in that one. Was there not a scene of King Kong flying through the air with a Godzilla shaped axe? Like,
I mean, maybe, but still, it just, I don't know. It didn't have the same kind of oomph that. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, people are gonna watch it. It has the cast from, whatever the last movie was called. So whatever, it's fine.
Everybody came back. I guess says something.
Yeah, it says it's cheap to bring them back. It says that they don't need that much money to come back for a Godzilla movie.
Well, I mean, if you were in one and you had a good time, you probably wouldn't have to ask that much to come back. I bet you, Francis.
It's a free trip to wherever.
I bet you, Francis, if the right story came along and somebody walked up to Macaulay Culkin and asked him if he wanted to do another Home Alone of some sort, he might say yes. Especially now that he got his Hollywood star.
You think he would?
I mean, why not?
Well,
I don't have.
What has he done?
I don't have one, two, and then his little brother, I think, took over.
He also did The Page Master. He did Was it Uncle Buck?
Mm-hmm.
He did Uncle with John Candy. Mm-hmm. He did Uncle Buck. Did a
who
few
was
movies.
also in Home
Did a couple
Alone.
things. Well, okay, yes, we know that part though. We've known he's in Home Alone.
Right.
Like that's That.
No. John
and
Candy. John Candy is also
John
in
Candy.
Home Alone.
Yes, he is. He's the bowling league or whatever.
Polka. He was a polka band leader or something like that.
So polka. I thought it was bowl. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while, but yeah.
I just watched it actually this past weekend. 2 weekends ago.
Now they're the same jackets, so you might be right. It was polka, but yeah, they all wore the yellow jackets, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So got Home Alone in. I did. What else? Christmas Vacation, your favorite. There's something.
Favorite.
There's something else.
I am the odd one out. Everyone else, everyone loves Christmas Vacation. Like it's just, all right. Maybe I have to watch it. Maybe I have to just watch it again. Maybe I'm missing out because I've only seen it the one time.
Maybe you got to see it.
And I need to see him get pissed off for the Jam of the Month club.
It's the gift that keeps on giving all year round.
Yeah. Anyway, so you were saying about Macaulay Culkin, and you were saying about Christmas movies.
Well, I think that if the right story came about and the right size bag of money, he'd probably say yes.
Maybe. Like I said, he hasn't really done much.
Well, he doesn't need to.
Like he's just done a couple of all his movies are like indie movies. You know, when he was a kid, he did like the big ones, but then he stopped. He was Richie Rich, wasn't he?
Yep, he was Richie Rich.
No. Oh, was he? Okay, he was Richie Rich. Okay, yeah. So he did a bunch of those types of films. Good on him, though. Hooray!
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to the Hollywood Walk of Piss. That's what I hear. It basically smells like the whole way, basically.
Not the whole way. Just
okay.
Just certain streets definitely smell better than others.
Gotcha. Okay, I've never been there. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but like, I don't know. I'm not an actor, so you know, I don't get a hard on for people walking on my nameplate while looking at other things in Hollywood.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I guess for an actor, I suppose it's a a milestone of some sort to be in the Walk of Fame, but I don't know.
Well,
I think winning an award would be cooler than a fucking nameplate on a sidewalk.
And you have to pay you have to pay like $10,000 or something like that for the right to have it on Hollywood Boulevard or anywhere really in Hollywood. Those stars are paid for. You pay into it. You pay the city for the star. Or so.
Well, I mean,
it's not even like you. Yeah,
somebody's got to take up that.
Really, you got to kind of bribe them for it.
Somebody's got to go out there with a sledgehammer and a jackhammer and cut up that one section of concrete to lay in a star.
Oh God. Yeah, I guess so. And then you have to get celebrities, and you have to get the press there, and you have to have all that stuff going on. So, I getcha. I understand. It's whatevs.
But no, I saw that he got his Walk of Fame star, and that Catherine O'Hara showed up. And I thought that was cool because the press is really good about matching up photos that kind of resemble photos that they took when they were younger, and then putting them side by side.
I always saw that.
Yeah, I dug that. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
That was nice. Yeah.
Since we did just mention Hollywood, what's not close to Hollywood is L.A. Well, it's kind of part of L.A. But you,
I was gonna say it's very close to L.A. and Hollywood are very close together.
Yeah. You went to L.A. Comic-Con this weekend, which, from what I saw, looked like it was kind of fun.
Yeah, I was only there for the one day. I didn't do press this year. I probably could have gone press, but I wasn't thinking about doing it. I don't have, other than I guess I could have done it through points of interest, but I like going in sincere sarcasm. I like having that as my like little thing that I do every year. WonderCon just gave me the email saying, "Hey, by the way, you can buy tickets to do WonderCon soon." Hint, hint, wink, wink. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'll try to get a way into WonderCon and just have WonderCon on the list again." But we'll see about that. I don't know. But anyway, yes, LA Comic Con is. I didn't realize they got big. I didn't go last year. Even though I went, they gave me press creds last year. I didn't go last year. Then I went this year, and as per usual, didn't talk to anyone because I was by myself.
I mean, I completely and totally understand that. Outside of people you might run into that like even just at the con, them that way, even but otherwise, a con's an easy place to stay completely quiet at.
And that's what I did. I didn't really talk to anybody. I bought like one thing, but it's just a keychain. But for the most part, it's a bigger convention. They're using two separate. They had two separate. What do you call it? Show floors. One specifically for gaming and anime, and one for everyone else. Like they had like separate. They're like growing a lot. I was really surprised, and they had. I didn't even go into any panels, but I was looking at the different panels, and there's a lot of just podcasts doing panels there. There's just podcasts that are like, "Hey, we're this podcast. We're doing a live show in a panel. You can be a part of our audience for this live show of, XYZ." It's like, oh.
I was looking very forward, Francis, to starting the show at this recent show that I was at, this convention, and saying, "Hey, welcome to the Points of Interest podcast." I forgot to say, most generic podcast on the internet. This is being, recorded in front of a live studio audience, and have the live studio audience, woohoo and hoot and holler or something. I thought that would have been really cool, but
yeah,
it just didn't.
The issue was you didn't have my cardboard cutout that we promised the last time we talked about it.
There was that. There was a lot of. We could have recorded something, like you could have greeted the people that were there, but the problem was that there was like 16 people at the entire convention, and
yeah,
like,
you would not have had that problem here.
Like, it's not even trying to be an asshole, but there was nobody there.
Yeah,
being at the LA convention, LA Comic Con, that'd be a much better chance of one, getting to say all those things that I wanted to say, but also people just showing up randomly, being like, "What is this?" Especially if it's part of the convention programming.
Yes, it was. It was part of the convention programming. Again, I would say about half a dozen podcasts were spread out throughout the day, doing live shows, doing live entertainment. There were, it was crowded. Like it was just tons of people. I'm pretty sure they had really good numbers. I would be surprised if they're like outgrowing. Even though they can't do this, because I still think Anaheim Convention Center is bigger than LA Convention Center, but I think they're outgrowing LA Convention Center a little bit just because of the surrounding area. You have the what was once the stable or crypto, whatever the name of it is now, crypto field or something, whatever it used to be called, the Staples Center. But anyway, there's like they have LA Live. They have like a bunch of stuff there. It's like the center, really the heart of Los Angeles, of downtown LA. There's so much stuff there that LA Comic Con, and then they have like an after party, which I didn't want to pay to go into. But if I was press, I would have gone in for free. So next time, I think I'm just gonna go for press next year. Now that I know how, it was just entertaining. It was just fun, just to go and The cosplay was great. Everyone cosplayed, and there was no one thing that kind of stood out. Everyone cosplayed as something different. Um, there wasn't like a million of the same Spider-Man or a million of the same like character. Like people dressed up in funny, weird ways. There was a woman who dressed up as the Scarlet Witch, and I don't know how she did it, but she was on stilts
Mm.
the entire time. She wanted to look like she was floating.
Mm.
And she made it under the freaking like doorway of the show hall of the showroom, and like was walking around amongst all the vendors, and like just like hovering over everybody in those stilts. It was pretty impressive.
That's cool.
And the four hobbits were came back to do like a panel, and people were like, that was like the biggest panel. It was like they have a stage that isn't in a panel room. It's like in the middle of the show floor, kind of like Philly was, except the vendors could see. Like the vendors could see what was going on, and that was just a big deal. Everyone was excited to talk to listen to the hobbits. And I think the most exciting, and they had like little games and stuff that kept.
Oh, did they actually talk to each other? They just didn't stare lovingly at each other for 10 minutes?
Did they do that?
I'm asking you.
I mean, no, they talked. Yeah, everyone talked.
Okay.
But I mean, who normally stares? Who were staring?
At the end of those fucking movies, did they not just stare at each other for fucking 10 minutes and not say anything?
I guess so.
We just made you guys watch fucking 19 hours of this fucking movie and nobody's going to say anything at the end? We're just going to smile at each other and give each other fucking puppy dog eyes?
Return of the King got an Academy Award, man. Can't be dissing on.
I mean, I like that one. That's the one with had the battling trees. So
It did. Yeah.
I like battling trees. Battling trees are cool.
It had the Ents. Yeah. No, but it was overall. And kind of another thing that was really cool about the convention is in the gaming section, they just had a bunch of like computers that you can just sit and play games for like whatever.
Great place to get pink eye.
Play video game. Well, it wasn't VR. It was just
Still,
like
if you touch a keyboard, that's. I know, but like,
oh yeah.
There are people that go to conventions don't even wear deodorant. I'm not.
That's true.
Like going to the gaming section of a convention before the pandemic. Hell yes, we did it.
Yes, we did. Yeah, several times.
Yeah. Now, not unless you got like a thing of bleach to dip the controller in afterward.
No, I don't know if they. I don't know if they. I actually don't know if they wiped it. I just saw people playing games. I'm like, okay. But I never thought once if they wiped it down.
It's just
not a lot of. Yeah. I get where you're coming from, but like, COVID was kind of the last thing people were thinking about because usually at a convention like that, I think, or at least half or more, maybe not half. I would think quite a few people would be wearing masks, but very few people wore masks at this convention.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just kind of going away.
Generally, yeah, I don't think you really. I think more people are being a bit smarter and either staying the fuck home or wearing a mask out if they aren't feeling well, but it doesn't apply to everybody. That's for damn sure.
No. But it was. Oh. Though just a quick PSA for specifically dudes more than anyone else. Wear a belt. I saw a lot of butt crack. A lot of butt, like if I had like $100 in quarters, I'd lose all $100 in quarters. I'd just be stuffing those cracks in with quarters. Everyone had, like, every dude had a butt crack, and I'm like, ladies, step up. No, I mean, no, it was just like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand why dudes just are like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna wear a belt. I'm just let my pants sag a little bit so you can see my hairy. They're all hairy. Every dude's butthole is hairy. Like, guys, wear a belt or wear longer shirts. Anything. Stop letting me see that stuff.
Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, no.
I wear a belt.
I have to wear a belt because I don't wear pants that actually fit. I like baggy pants.
Oh well, yeah, okay, yeah.
I can't help it. But I wear a pant. I wear a pant. I wear a belt because no. What if you have to run? Your pants are down around your ankles already. You're just gonna trip and fall. Are they gonna get caught on the fence?
True. I don't know what to tell you, man.
You're not gonna catch me not able to run with baggy pants.
Anyway, but overall, my review of LA Comic Con is I'm looking forward to going next year. I'm looking forward to going as press next year.
Well, as you're sitting here talking about it, and I'm sitting here clamoring for warmer weather in the winter time, which we're barely even into.
Right.
If WonderCon doesn't work out for next year, LA Comic Con might.
Well, I don't know. It might be too early in the year because they're moving it from December to October. So it's the first week of October.
I mean, it's still possible. It's still,
Okay.
and it's a lot warmer in October than it is here.
True. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was in the 80s today. And
Yeah.
it's, the first week of December. So
I mean, it was nice today, but I'm just saying. But yeah. From the weather, can you get out of the weather from anything you got on here? Not really.
I mean, sure you can.
Oh, sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I bet the weather's nice in Florida.
Florida. Oh, yeah. Well, two things could have worked there, but yeah. Florida makes weird, crazy people. Well, weird and crazy people do weird and crazy things. There must be something in the water. I don't know. But Rockstar Studios, Rockstar US, what is it? Just Rockstar Studios.
Rockstar?
They finally decided to release officially their Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer that somebody got a hold of and released hours before them. It's a minute and a half, 91 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, it's a pre-rendered trailer. So,
Well, actually,
I don't care.
It's fine.
I mean, it's cool. Thanks for letting us know that the game exists, but I don't care.
I mean, it might be in game. Graphics by then, people are guessing that it might come out with the PlayStation 5 Pro, which means that could be what it looks like. It's not pre-rendered. That's what it might end up looking like.
I don't know. That's fair, but if you go back and look at all the GTA trailers, they all look a hell of a lot better than the game looks. And it's all pre-rendering, man. Like you can make Tetris look badass if you had 6 months to pre-render a video.
Well, I don't even. Well, I think they were trying to save it for the gaming awards this Thursday. I think they were trying to save the trailer as a reveal for that, but it's coming out in like 2 years, so I don't.
Yeah, they said 2025.
It's coming out in 2 years. Yeah.
Again, another reason why there's nothing to be excited about.
Oh, people are excited though. People are very excited.
I mean, from what the things that, and it's excited. Again, you could be excited, but there's no concrete nothing. It's all speculation. You what?
You know who the main characters are.
Again, we knew that 2 years ago.
I know, but I mean, not everyone was paying attention. This one apparently broke records in the sense of like it had over 80 plus million views in the span of 24 hours. Like everyone and their mother and their mother's mother watched this.
Well, it's because all of those people have been playing GTA 5 for the last 13 years. Or however long it came out ago.
It's been about 10, yeah.
Whatever. Like,
well, I mean,
it's generations have played this game at this point. Like the ending of one generation, the beginning of another.
I mean, I'm definitely interested in. Like, I'm thinking of diving back into GTA 5 again, just so that I can kind of get like, oh yeah. Because I did like the game. I did like the original game, or 5 at least. I didn't like 4. I wasn't a big fan of Nico, the Russian transplant.
I didn't mind the
But
Russian
this
dude
one I was really
as much
fine.
as I did mind having to exercise and eat all the time with the other one.
Oh, that one. Oh, see, that one I liked when you played GTA San Andreas when it was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
90s.
yeah.
I liked that one a lot.
There's a lot of it that I liked, but I didn't like having to exercise and having to, do this
Yeah.
to have a certain look to your character. And if you didn't keep up with that, they became fluffy and not what you created.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I kind of. I mean, I liked it because it was hip hop era. I mean, I'm a big fan of that West Coast hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's fun. And it was set in It was set in San Andreas. It was set in Los Angeles anyway, kind of like
Mm-hmm.
GTA 5 is. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's a lot to for me personally to like because it's like, oh, this is my hometown. So okay, I
Well,
guess okay.
apparently with 6, it's anywhere between 2 and 4 times larger, the map.
Yeah.
There are 3 main cities and like 4 smaller ancillary cities. The Keys,
And
the Florida Keys, I guess, are represented somehow, and that there's a gigantic lake, almost an inland sea, in the middle of the map.
it's not Florida. It's something else. It's a different.
It's
It's whatever
inspired
the
by
state
Florida.
is.
It's
Yeah.
inspired by
Right.
Florida.
Yeah. It's like Los Santos and San Andreas is inspired by LA, California.
Mm-hmm.
This is and Liberty City is New York, and this is
Mm-hmm.
Florida / Vice City. So I don't know. I'm if even half of that stuff with all that type of activity, which makes the world feel alive. If that stuff shows up in the game, I'm gonna be pretty happy with that. Like I'm gonna be content just to make a character or have my characters live in a world where it's just like you go into a club and there's some DJ like pumping everybody up and everyone's jumping. Like that sounds fun,
And
right? Or seeing someone twerk on top of a car randomly as you're driving by. That sounds like fun.
I mean, doesn't that happen all the time in LA? But
Well,
uh,
apparently those things happened in real life.
mm-hmm.
They showed the video of a woman really twerking on top of a car, and they showed a woman holding 2 hammers, ready to attack somebody, like they do in the trailer. I'm like, oh, this is real. This is real life stuff. That's great.
Yeah,
Like that's
someone
fun.
pulling a gator out of a pool.
Yeah, and that's real.
Yeah, all this stuff was inspired by real events that took place in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any argument that it's definitely going to be based on Florida at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 No, 100%.
But yeah, I'll be much more interested and happy and giddy when there's gameplay footage. And until then, cool. At least we know it'll be out in 2025 at some point. Cool. Right on. Let's move on with life now. I mean, I hope that
Hey,
Rockstar looks at a lot of
everyone's
them.
people are happy campers right now.
I hope that Rockstar looks at the modding community for
Frozen
GTA
happy
5.
campers, but happy campers nonetheless.
Well, you're moving, and so
Mm.
you can hear me, right? Maybe not. But I hope Rockstar looks at the modding community and goes, "Oh, look at all the stuff that they've done," and let's implement some of those if we can, some of the stuff that they've done, because like the stuff that I play on the modded GTA that I have, it's because we're completely disconnected. That's awesome. You there? Nope. Something happened. Francis.
Hey,
Hey, you're back.
well, The stream is frozen, so I
All right.
think
Well, let's fucking just
we're both back.
let's end this thing then. If the stream's frozen, there's.
Well, let's see. It's having the it's doing the circle thing.
Oh, you're back. It went
Where
out.
it's like, oh, loading.
Internet issues. They're just forever going to be a
mean-
thing here. It doesn't matter what I do. Yeah. So I don't know what we were talking about.
Oh, no, we're
GTA
back. We're back.
6. GTA 6. Hopefully it's cool. We'll talk about it more when there's an actual trailer of gameplay to talk about. Otherwise, you can make anything look pretty rad if you have 6 months to work on something.
Yeah.
You know, the people that have been making the Fallout TV show, they've got 6 months, and they showed actual footage of the TV show.
Well, we can't render that stuff.
No,
People are excited about that too. People are super excited about Fallout. They're clamoring that, you know, it's the next big thing. It's gonna be like, The Last of Us. It's gonna be big and bold and beautiful.
They already have that TV show, or it existed, and it doesn't exist anymore.
They'll even have a general hospital, and they'll have
Nice.
and then they'll try to gather all my children as they
Fucking
Points.
give the other ones right now. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all the. Those are all the soap operas from the past that I know.
That was good. I forgot about that one. They definitely will be talking about any of those in the Fallout trailer or the Fallout TV show.
No, it looks good. I mean, it looks interesting. It looks like the game, like the movie. The show looks like the game, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you already saw the gigantic roaches, the wasteland. You know, someone's leaving a vault. It looked cool. It looked like the game. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I don't have really too much to say about it other than like I like that the costumes look accurate, the power suit looks accurate, like everything looks like they paid attention and they actually care about the source material. So that's great. You know,
I mean, how they're gonna explain, you know, how everybody got into the shelters and everything else, you know, for the general populace out there is going to be interesting. But
well, yeah, and in I don't know about I don't remember Fallout 3 or Vegas, but in Fallout 4 they actually show the scene right before the nuclear fallout. So they show why everyone's in the vaults for however long they're in the vaults, but they show something like that in the trailer for Fallout. They showed the city like getting blown up with nuclear bombs. So they do kind of show like right before, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious how they'll show. Because in Fallout 4, the game, right at the very beginning, a salesman is walking around saying, "Hey, do you want a room in the vaults? Because we can sell you a room." in the vault,"
you really want a room there.
Yeah. It's like, yes, I want a room in the vault.
Yeah, I've tried in the little dialogue to be like, no, go away, and like just
Right. I think they give you an option.
completely ignore him or do everything not to accept it, and even if you do, to take your sweet ass time getting to the vault to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can die. You can die and not make it into that vault in time.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. See which Fallout game they decide to use as source material, or are they going to take all of them? Let's take a little of this, a little of that, and you know, the giant roaches are kind of unanimous in all the games, as far as I can think.
Yes.
So that, you know, that's a good thing. But, you know, is it going to be you shot your gun 3 times, now you got to, you know, find something to try and repair it.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure.
I hate
I
that
don't know
part.
if they're going to go that far, but I mean, it'd be, yeah, I don't know. There's certain systems, obviously, they can't just add in. But I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Are you going to be able to go? Shoot your Rizz at another character in the show?
Sexy, very sexy.
I don't know. Do you shoot your Rizz? Do you shoot Rizz, or do you just have Rizz?
I mean, there is Rizz in Fallout. In at least Fallout 4, there was, because you could romance characters in Fallout 4. So you had Rizz. There are different levels of Rizz in Fallout. So
right, but I'm saying, do you shoot your Rizz or do you have Rizz?
a little bit of both. Yes. You have it to shoot it.
Like shooting your shot, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, you just informed me before we hit record that the Oxford Dictionary has included Rizz. Well, is not included because it's probably already in there.
Yeah, it's the word of the year.
It's the word of the year this year, and it beat out Swifty. What did you say?
Oh, the word. Yeah, it beat out Swifty. It beat out prompt, and it beat out situationship.
Situation. I like that.
Situationship.
Situationship. I like that.
So
it's
apparently situationship is a thing.
It explains the situation. That's perfect.
What kind of relationship are you in? Well, I'm in a situation.
Situationship.
Yeah.
Laughing.
No Delulu though. I was hoping for Delulu. But no
I don't know what that is. But
delusional.
oh, okay. That's fucking stupid. I think Rizz as the word is dumb. I think the usage of it has been pretty dumb, but a language that refuses to adapt dies.
Yes.
So
it does.
I'm all for bringing in all the new words. I'll just Urban Dictionary what the fuck they mean.
Well, Rizz is relationship something. Like it's the shortening of like two words put together. And so that's kind of where it came from. I don't like the word, but everyone uses it. Just like I get, I can't get around it, I guess. Like ratchet was a word that people used all the time, or
I can't stand the use of the word fire as a adjective.
What if it was lit?
I don't like that. Well, whatever. But like,
they're both current slang.
They are, and they both fucking sound ridiculous to me. But I have actually said lit before. I can't say I've ever said Rizz unless I was talking about fucking Rizzo and I got stuck like in mid stutter or something.
Well, Rizz is what that's whenever you see someone flirting, you're no longer flirting. You're now demonstrating that you have Rizz. Oh, look at that guy has Rizz. Look at all that Rizz. Oh, she's drowning in his Rizz. Stuff like that. Like, yeah, I mean, essentially, like it has so many different meanings, but
right.
Yeah, I mean that's it wasn't cap. It wasn't it wasn't like all of these other words.
Yeet.
Kinda, like popped up. Yeet. Well, that's an older term.
It is.
But
speaking of that word, it just popped into my head. The WWE has one of their characters.
Yes.
As part of their like hype entrance and everything else, he says yeet a lot. To the point where they went and did merchandise with the word yeet all over it. They didn't do their homework. There's an independent wrestler out there that's already trademarked the usage of the word yeet in the world of wrestling. In the world of wrestling. So WWE had to like make a public statement that this wrestler will no longer have any connection to the word yeet moving forward. All merchandise that has the word on it will, cease to have sales.
So they're yeeting the merchandise.
Points.
There was a cosplayer at LA Comic Con who dressed up. I mean, was the most convincing. He was really big, had long hair, and I'm like, oh wow, you look just like the Undertaker, and he was cosplaying as the Undertaker with the hat and I guess he had a belt, whatever. But it was just like, wow, you look just like the guy, but like 50 years younger. Like
Sure.
you look like a kid, but wow, it was amazing. I think that was like the best cosplay I saw. There was the Undertaker guy. I'm like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
hold on.
That would
You don't
be
see that very often.
what's that?
You don't see that very often. A wrestler cosplay.
No, I mean most wrestler cosplays you don't see, and you definitely don't see Undertaker. When you do see, I mean you'll see Roddy Piper, you'll see Hogan, especially if there's. We haven't gone to a wrestle convention, a wrestle con.
No, we haven't.
And if one ever came to Denver, I would definitely go. But I imagine you go to a wrestle convention or a con that has a lot of wrestlers in it, which we did, but we didn't have people showing up as cosplaying of these wrestlers' younger selves.
No.
I say
Which is okay.
I say we did, like we had anything to do with it other than just, keeping the ship from sinking.
You were there.
No, but we didn't come up with the fucking idea or the money.
No.
They were just like, here, you guys take care of this. Make sure my guests are happy. You know what, and this is horrible, what doesn't make me happy, Francis?
What does make you happy?
I have small ear holes.
That's
And
unfortunate.
it is unfortunate because I can't get anything more than my pinky into my ear hole. And I've signed up for selective ear hole stretching surgery because...
No, you didn't, really?
No, I didn't actually. No.
No?
But, the earbuds. We all love the earbuds. And the technology in earbuds is getting even better nowadays with the, noise canceling in them or here, hit this button or the soft touch and it'll automatically turn down the music so you could talk to your neighbor that's trying to talk to you or what have you. It activates a microphone even, so you got hearing aids if you want, right?
Yeah.
The problem is those things got to go in your ear. And even with the smallest thing that they provide you, I cannot get these any earbuds that I keep buying, to stay in my ear. I was at work. I got this brand new pair just like 2 weeks ago. And I have the smallest thing in there. Put it in my ear. I'm working. And my body just said, fuck you, get this thing out of our ear. And pushed it. My body pushed this thing out of my ear. And this thing just bouncing on the table.
I don't know if this is allowed, but kind of the cool thing, the thing that has all of the Rizz are Bluetooth cans. Like I mostly see people wearing these types of headphones than earbuds. Like this is the thing I see out in public is kids and adults, but they all have headphones. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you just need to get like a pair of Beats by Dre and like
right. Yeah, I mean it might be something worth looking into because I don't know what it is. Like of probably, when did I start buying earbuds? Probably 2014 or something like that.
Right.
Since 2014 I've had a pair that would stay in my ear, and of course, I lost those, so I can't take the little, I don't know what you call those things, cup, clutch,
Sure. Yeah.
whatever. I can't. I didn't keep those with me, so that's part of my thing I have to do when we're done with this is I got to try and find somebody out there that sells a huge array of ear cup things for earbuds, or I guess find some Bluetooths.
Get a pair of these. Just get a pair of.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, I mean
They're more
sure people at
expensive,
your
though.
work are wearing them.
Yeah, I have quite a few people wearing cans at the
You
workplace.
get the Sony ones. They're $20. You get $20.
Yeah, that's true. But you know
I mean,
me.
they're not as good.
You know me, Francis. I like technology and quality and bells and whistles.
Sony's pretty cheap, actually.
Kind of my downfall, but I'll look into it. But I'm tired, Francis.
Yeah, it's we do this later now thanks to your 10-hour shifts.
Exactly. But I want to take a shower and go to bed. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on the internets while I hit the buttons to get out of here?
Maybe Josh will enlighten us with a shower stream one day, and you can just be in the shower with them. Supergeekedup.com.
Not until we're actually affiliate. We're making money, and you can hit me with bits.
Do a sleep stream. People are doing sleep streams now. Just if you need those extra hours, excuse me, just go to sleep. Just have it on while you sleep, man.
That's fucked up. That'd be hilarious. That's a great way to fucking get your hours in, though, huh?
I've seen it done. Like there's some people like, oh, it's a sleep stream, and it's just a girl, obviously, just sleeping. But I bet you could do it. I bet you can get away with it. Just put a wig on. And then lay in bed, and then just let people think like, oh, there's a girl sleeping there.
Wait, put this little red number on that I've got over here.
And then surprise everyone when you wake up with morning wood, and you're like, hi guys, hi. Like, subscribe.
The day you don't wake up with that. Anyway, Francis, tell people where you can get out of here, or where they can find you, so we can get out of here.
Yeah, supergeekedup.com is the best place for now. Since you're sarcasm, I don't do anything with it, but at some point I will. So just go there, aka the other guy. Excuse me, on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky or whatever it's called.
That shows how much you go.
Yeah, I know. It's a tab that's open on my browser that I look at every once in a while. It does nothing. Yeah, it does very little for me.
You and the 16 other people that are there.
Exactly. It's me and all of Galacticon and in there.
Yeah, there you go. You can find me at 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram. I think we got all your spots, right, Francis? You got everything? Okay. You can call us, voicemail text 314-764-7631. You can email. You could do that if you wanted to. POI Podcast at gmail.com. What? Yeah. And then everything else, just look up the POI Podcast or look up POI Podcast. One of them or both of them will.
It's bound to work.
Yeah.
One of them is bound to work.
Google Podcasts is closing down, apparently. So find someplace else to find us if you're using Google Podcasts. And if you're listening to this in the future, Google used to have an RSS catcher thing, and they closed it down. The song's ending, which means we're done too. See ya. Bye.